What if the world's brightest mind woke up in a world of stone, but a decade earlier than he was supposed to? Forget Taiju, forget Ishigami Village. In this timeline, Senku Ishigami is utterly and completely alone. Imagine it, the green light flashes and humanity turns to stone, millennia pass in silence. Then one statue cracks open, not in the year 5738, but 10 years earlier, in 5728, Senku stands alone, a solitary genius in a silent, petrified world. There are no familiar faces, no friends to rely on, just the vast, empty wilderness and the stone effigies of everyone he ever knew. The weight of being the only living human would crush anyone else, but this is Senku. For him, the countdown to saving humanity has just begun, and he's starting from absolute zero by himself. The first days are a brutal struggle for survival. He has to secure food, water, and shelter with nothing but his bare hands and his brain. He makes fire from friction, weaves rope from vines, and fashions crude tools from rock. It's a lonely, grueling process. Every success is his alone, but so is every failure. There's no one to celebrate with when he finally creates a stable fire, and no one to help when a shelter collapses. He spends years in this solitude, his only companions the stone statues and the rhythmic counting in his head. Every second that passes is another second humanity remains frozen. This solitary struggle forges a different Senku, harder, more focused, and driven by an even more desperate urgency. After securing his survival, Senku gets down to business. He rediscovers the pillars of civilization one by one, all by himself. He creates soap to fight infection, builds a kiln to craft pottery, and harnesses the power of lightning to make nitric acid. He builds a rudimentary generator, bringing light back to the dark world. His one-man industrial revolution is a sight to behold. He constructs a glass laboratory, meticulously blowing every flask and beaker. He develops agriculture, cultivating small plots of land to ensure a stable food source. Over several years, he single-handedly lays the foundation for a new world. He names his burgeoning settlement the Kingdom of Science, a kingdom with a population of 1. It's a testament to his sheer intellect and unwavering will, a beacon of progress in a world reclaimed by nature. Now it's time to bring back humanity, but who do you revive first when you're trying to rebuild the entire world? In the original story, he chose his friend Taiju, but this Senku, forged in a decade of solitude and pure scientific progress, makes a different, more calculated choice. He doesn't need muscle, he needs minds. He bypasses his friends and instead searches for statues of a brilliant chemist, a skilled surgeon, and a master engineer. With the revival fluid he painstakingly created, he brings them back. These three individuals, awakened to a world built by a single teenager, are stunned. But seeing the groundwork Senku has laid, their shock quickly turns to determination. With four great minds working in unison, the pace of innovation explodes. The Kingdom of Science is about to go from a humble settlement to a technological powerhouse. The next few years are a blur of accelerated progress. The four-person Kingdom of Science doesn't just rebuild. It innovates at a speed the old world could only dream of. They construct buildings not just from wood and clay, but from reinforced concrete and steel alloys. Stone skyscrapers begin to dot the landscape, powered by a sophisticated electrical grid. Senku, with the help of his new team, creates automated labor mechanical golems powered by steam gears to handle the heavy lifting. The roads, once dirt paths, are now paved for steam-powered vehicles that chug between the burgeoning city's districts. To protect his creation, Senku develops advanced weaponry, far beyond simple spears. He has become the undisputed ruler of this new world, the king of a reborn technological society. His word is law, not through force, but because he is the architect of their entire reality. With a stable city and a growing population of revived specialists, Senku turns his attention to those he once knew. He finally revives the strongest high school primate, Tsukasa Shishio. But the world Tsukasa awakens to is not the pristine, natural paradise he envisioned. He sees towering structures, hears the hum of machinery, and sees the cold, calculating logic of science governing everything. He is horrified. To him, Senku hasn't saved humanity. He has simply replaced one flawed system with another, a cold, metal world controlled by a scientific elite. Tsukasa sees Senku not as a savior, but as a tyrant. He rejects this new world and escapes, vowing to build his own empire, one based on pure strength and the natural order, free from the corrupting influence of technology. He begins reviving strong warriors, athletes, and fighters, building an army to challenge Senku's scientific rule. The clash is inevitable. It's not just a battle. It's the Great Stone War, a conflict of ideologies for the soul of the New World. On one side, Tsukasa's army of raw power and natural might, warriors who can shatter boulders with a single punch. On the other, Senku's kingdom of science, armed with the marvels of technology. Imagine the scene: colossal steam tanks with thick metal plating rolling across the battlefield, met by warriors who leap and dodge with superhuman agility. Explosions from science-made bombs rock the earth, but Tsukasa's forces are relentless, their brute strength a terrifying force of nature. The war culminates in a final, dramatic showdown between Senku and Tsukasa amidst the ruins of their conflict. It asks the ultimate battle, the world as strongest mind versus the world as strongest body. Brains versus brawn to decide the future of humanity. In the midst of the devastating war, Senku realizes that fighting Tsukasa is a distraction from the real problem. He needs to know the truth. What caused the petrification? Is it over? To find the answers, he embarks on his most ambitious project yet. He pours the kingdom's resources into building a rocket. His goal, to launch a network of satellites into orbit. A global communication system is the only way to scan the entire planet. As the satellites come online and begin transmitting data, they paint a staggering picture of the world. And then they find it, an anomalous energy signature, on the other side of the planet. Someone else was revived early, and based on the industrial scale of their operation, they have been awake for a very, very long time. They are not just rebuilding, they are preparing for total world domination. The Y-Man is no longer a voice from the moon, it's an active, terrestrial threat. As the dust of the Great Stone War settles, Senku stands victorious. He managed to defeat Tsukasa, but not by destroying him. Instead, he showed Tsukasa that science isn't just about power and control, it's about protecting and healing. By using his knowledge to save one of Tsukasa's own, Senku bridges the gap between their two worlds. They realize that to face the new, greater enemy, they need both science and strength, working together. Senku, no longer just a king of science, becomes the true leader of a united humanity, guiding them toward a future where intellect and power are balanced. He has won the war for the planet's future, and now he prepares to win the war for its past, ready to confront the masterminds behind the petrification. The story of Dr. Stone has just begun, and its hero is ready to lead the charge. Now get excited.